Hi, it's Donna Alexander again with Senior Moments. Today our topic is the Seniors Real Estate Specialist designation from the National Association of Realtors. So we're going to talk about what it is, why it came into being, and how it can benefit you and your family. So first of all, the Seniors Real Estate Specialist, or shortened for SRES, helps realtors identify the special needs and concerns that our older clients may have. It informs realtors of resources and options that are available to them and to their clients. Things like types of different senior communities, how to age in place, financial issues and tax consequences of selling a house as a senior. It also talks about Medicare, Medicaid, and even Social Security. So there's a lot of different topics that are pertinent to seniors that we've studied in our course study. It also gives us membership on the SRES Council with continuous updates of new issues and new things that are going on, and also new resources. But the biggest part of it that I find is the network of realtors. You see, it helps us to identify those other realtors that are committed to working with seniors from all over the country, so that we can get you the best realtor for you and your family, regardless of where you live, regardless of where they live, or regardless of where they need to be living. We can help you find those perfect senior real estate specialists to help you out. And it also gives us an opportunity with our referral network to kind of keep an eye on the transaction to make sure that everybody's doing okay. So why did they create the Seniors Real Estate Specialty? Well, first of all, there's a huge number of seniors. Depending on which website you look at, it may be between 50 and 80 million in the United States right now, with over 10,000 reaching retirement age every single day. And that does not include the other 24.5 million of the silent generation that are seniors but are not part of the baby boomers. So you can see the National Association of Realtors had such a huge influx in this demographic that they had to be responsive to it. And the other thing to remember is that we are considered seniors for about a third of our lifetime, which personally I found that a little daunting. But the big reason that it was created is because a senior's real estate transaction is different than it is for a younger person, okay? First of all, it's much more emotional. Our seniors, our older clients are leaving their home that they may have been in for 20 or 30 or 40 years. I had one client last year, she'd been in her home over 60 years, and that's just unimaginable to me. But they're having to leave their home. Most often they're having to leave behind a lot of their belongings and find a new home for them, and they're scared. They may be in mourning, they possibly have suffered a death in the family, and they're worried about things. They're worried about their new lifestyle. They're worried about making this transaction happen. They're afraid they won't be able to keep up physically or mentally because they haven't done it in so long. They don't know what a real estate transaction is like now. So there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of trepidation with our older clients, and that's one reason why I felt like it was very important to specialize in this, because I did see the vulnerability that they all share. Physically, the transaction is much more complicated. It's not just putting all your things in a truck and moving it to a new house and unloading. No, because when you're downsizing, you have to go through everything you own, every scrap of paper, every magazine, every photo, every pair of shoes, every shirt has to be decided what you're going to do with it. It has to be dealt with. And you have to decide what you can keep, what you need to get rid of, and how you want to get rid of it. Do you want to give it away? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to trash it? And so there's a whole lot physically that goes into this, and emotionally. The other thing is there are physical limitations, and as we get older, we all know that our bodies start to deteriorate. Our hearing goes, our eyesight, our mobility, our comprehension, even our endurance. So even if you have the best of intentions and have a great plan, you may not physically be able to carry out that plan, and so help is needed. But also, a real estate transaction for a senior is much more complicated, or can be much more complicated legally. Oftentimes there's estate issues, there's probate, there's heirship, and these things can be dormant for years, and all of a sudden you start to sell the house and it kind of crops up that there is an issue with the title. And so there's more things to deal with. A lot of times we have clients who may not be able to sign and to be responsible for selling the house. So they have to find someone to be their power of attorney and things like that. So it's a lot more complicated as we age. And so legally, it's a more complicated transaction. Financially, it's scarier. You know, when we're younger, if we make a financial misstep, we have lots of years to correct it. But when this is your the last big asset you've got, you need to make it count, and it's important that we do it right for you. Most of my clients are retired, and most of them, for their house, this is their largest single investment. And so it is important that we do the very best job that we can for you, because it's your nest egg, and it's a nest egg that has to last an unknown length of time. And so it does make the financial issues much scarier. The benefits of working with me as a seniors real estate specialist is, number one, I've committed my career to specializing in working with seniors. I take the time to learn what helps them and how I can benefit them, and to meet those people that can be resources for them. People like CPAs and attorneys and financial planners and consultants. People like senior move managers. These are the folks who help you go through all the stuff and help you decide what to take and what to move, and they make it happen. Of course, I know repair people, painters and electricians and plumbers, all those people to help the house, to help us get ready to put the house on the market. But I also have altered my business practices to accommodate my older clients, okay? First of all, I have more face-to-face meetings. It's important to me that my clients understand what they're signing, that they understand the ramifications of that. And so I want to be there face-to-face to make sure they understand. I give them hard copies, which sounds silly, but there's so much electronic signing going on in real estate these days that I don't want my clients to have to think about whether or not they want to do that. I also have very flexible appointments. I have one little lady, I had to work around her bunco schedule, but I can do that. One lady, it's her hair appointment on Fridays. It doesn't matter to me what we're working around, just let me know what we need to work around and we can do that. But it is important that we're flexible so that I can meet with my seniors at the very best time for them. And if they want to meet with a family, if they want the family there, that's fine. It's up to them. I'll visit with the family. I'll stay in touch with the family if that's what my client wants me to do. I have also compiled a lot of information on the different senior living communities. I have volunteered at a lot of them. I have toured all of them, at least all the local ones. Also with home health and hospice, volunteer opportunities. So I have a lot of information available that I'd love to share with you sometime. I also strive to serve my seniors. How do I do that? Well, I'm a member of the Senior Ambassador Coalition locally, and that's just a network of providers who provide services and products to seniors in the community. It gives us a way to share information and to help out any way we can. We have some great programs that we support. I'm also a member of the Alzheimer's Association, and I work on the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We're still looking for that first survivor, so for me, it's personal. I got into this because my mom and my stepmom, in both cases, I wound up helping them out, but I realized how terribly vulnerable they were during the real estate transaction. And so I want to help seniors everywhere. However I can be of assistance, I do this with honesty, integrity, and respect, because for me, it is personal. Thank you. It's Donna Alexander with Senior Moments, and I'll see you next time.